podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
This week on the Defy Life Podcast, we will talk about the Cleveland Browns signing Kareem Hunt. We will talk Colorado sporting goods stores shutting down after boycotting Nike over Colin Kaepernick. We will answer some listener questions, talk some NBA preseason, pre-All-Star Game awards. We'll talk some Floyd Mayweather, Manny-Pacquiao 2 possibilities, and we'll wrap things up with some trivia. All that and more. Let's get to it.
Football. All my sports teams off season go through withdrawals, 30 minutes to tip off. Like Rakim was saying, we got ideas, give me ear problems. Sound like thunder and rain. I'm excited that you came on this journey with three of my friends. Defy life till we die and grow wings. Just a different perspective. Haters in every direction. Refuse to live my life based off your projections. Their expectations are lazy. My expectations are crazy. My lady defies me. Goose, Brown, Brady, Jordan, LeBron, Aaron, Bonds, Mayweather, Ali Foreman. You get the picture, greatest ever born. I attack without warning. This is not around the horn. The other shows whack, a lot of yawning. You really want to be the best, got to pay the price. We make winning look easy. Welcome to Defy Life. Defy Life.
Welcome back to the Defy Life Podcast, powered by the Defy Life Podcast Network. You can listen to us anywhere your favorite podcasts are available. As always, we encourage you to follow, subscribe, like, and drop us a comment whenever you listen. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Go Defy Life. The Defy Life Podcast is sponsored by our friends at Bud Bottles, home of the Bud Bottle and the Bud Freshener. Please visit budbottles.com for your odor eliminating needs. This is episode 94 of the Defy Life Podcast. I am your host, J.R. Glymph, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Thomas Stevens, Gerald Hedrick. How's it going today, Thomas? I bet you he's on mute talking to himself.
going well, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I already know how that works.
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. How's everything going? You ready for Valentine's Day?
Yeah. I don't do anything for it. I just pretty much, rock with the kids, do something with the kids. The wifey and I don't normally do Valentine's Day. We like I said, we try to do things throughout the year, but we might just go out for kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
But we don't really. It's not a ritual, to do Valentine's Day for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Likewise. Gerald, how's it going, sir?
What's going on, man? You already know the real is back. And shit, it's not Tuesday, but it's Tuesdays anyway. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, it is not Tuesday and it's not Wednesday as you people listen to this, as we usually show up in your eardrums every Wednesday. We are a day late, not $1 short. But that's on me. I was a funny story, right? So last night, I get off work. Again, just started a new gig, so I'm all giddy, leaving work. And going to my son made the all-county chorus choir. So we he had a concert last night and went great. Kid did his thing. Really good concert. Left out about 8:30, and I'm leaving. Me and the family get about 2 miles away, and my sister, who came to support, she showed up with my great niece. And then I also get a call from her. I was like, hey, what's up? And it was raining. She was like, hey, man, you going to kill me. I was like, what's up? She was like, I'm stuck. I was like, what? She's like, I'm stuck in the mud. I was like, are you kidding me? So I said, all right, let me turn around to try to push you out. So she had parked, like, in front of this truck, and she was banking on the truck being gone when she got out. But the guy never showed up, knew it was his truck. And so she was just stuck in the parking spot. She was like, I'll just go around the concrete and pull back into the parking lot and pull out. But that didn't quite work out. Halfway there, she gets stuck in the mud. So I show up, try to push her out. That ain't happening. After about 3-4 attempts, she was like, man, I'll just call AAA. I was like, yeah. Called AAA. I put my great niece in the car with my wife and kids, and they go on to my house, and I was like, we'll just be there when we done. Man, AAA didn't show, and so I text everybody like, yo, I'm going to be a little late. Man, finally when I realized it wasn't going to be no show last night, AAA didn't show up till about 10:30. I didn't get home till about 11:15. Man, and it was freezing. It was like 35 degrees, raining. We sitting in the car. But yeah, they finally got her out. And I mean, even if I was able to push her out, she was just going to end up continuously getting stuck. Because even when they pulled her out of the little divot that she created, she got stuck again. So they had to just pull her all the way to the parking lot. So, yeah, that was my night in a nutshell. So it's kind of bittersweet. So that's why we're late. And that's on me. So we apologize. But yeah, we are here. Like Gerald said, it is not Tuesday. But it is always 2 for Tuesday, and we are happy to be here. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we and before we get started, congratulations to Coach English, a.k.a. Yusuf, a.k.a. Yoshi. Just posted they got the W tonight, first round of the playoffs. So congratulations to Yosh and the Red Foxes. Proud of y'all. Keep it moving. He expected to win because if you didn't, we was going to give you the business. So glad you pulled it out and on to round 2. And if you join us tonight, you celebrate with us, but there's no guarantee as he's getting over a big win. So I'm sure he's diving into a bottle of Hennessy at some point tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So, and Al will not be here tonight. Al just sent a cryptic text. I'm not. I said, Al, you good? Al said, no, I'm not. I won't be on tonight. So I don't know if that means he's not good in general or he's not good for the show tonight. But I don't know. I don't get in grown folks' problems, especially if grown folks is older than me. So we will hope that Al's okay and talk to him next week. So we're gonna jump straight into some news tidbits, man. First. In the NFL, it's officially the off season, and the Cleveland Browns have signed running back, former Kansas City Chief running back Kareem Hunt. We talked about that. Everybody talked about his situation ad nauseum when it happened, so no need to explain that. But Pooh, thumbs up, thumbs down. You think it's a good move overall for the Browns, considering the PR mess they're gonna have to deal with?
I don't understand it really. I mean, not even looking at the PR mess, but I just don't understand. Yeah, just strictly football. I mean, Kareem Hunt. Don't get me wrong. He's a great back. You know, he can do it all. He can catch it. He can run it. He can block it. You know, he's a total package. But I just don't see why. I mean, why they're taking away from the young kid, Chubb.
Yeah.
You know, because you see he gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the game goes along. And he can, I mean, he was catching it. He was actually catching it so well, Duke Johnson was rarely getting on the field. You know, he started to get on, the last 2-3 games, but, I mean, Chubb was keeping Duke off the field. Mm-hmm. So I really don't, I mean, a timeshare of 10 carries apiece or 12 carries apiece, I really don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. Money, you perplexed by the move as well? A little confusing to you?
Actually, I'm not. I'm actually not perplexed by the move, and I actually disagree. Like, if I really, 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 really like Chubb, but I think, I think that Hunt is a dynamic back. Well, so I'll answer the question in twofolds. So, I think that Kareem Hunt can be a workhorse. I think Chubb can be a workhorse. I think it might be a boneheaded decision by Cleveland because they're both workhorse style backs. But there's a flip side to that coin where I'll say, Chubb has a history of being injured. Even back to his days at Georgia, even though he was splitting time there, he was often nicked up or dinged up or, banged up a little. Now when he's on the field, he's dynamic, he's explosive, he's tough to bring down, he brings all those things. but he does have a history of getting nicked up a little bit, and I just think that it could be a good signing in terms of like someone to come and maybe be a little insurance policy if Chubb does get banged up, or someone where you can take a couple extra carries off of him a game. I just, both those guys are just used to being the guy also, so I don't know if you can keep them both happy with limited carries, but I will say that, just as a, just a flip side of that coin of maybe they're looking at, saying, let's have another guy out there in case, because we do want to turn the reins over to Chubb. Let's have another guy out there in case, Chubb gets nicked up or, is on a bad wheel or something like that. So I'm not as perplexed by it as my counterpart Thomas, but I do also like the signing. I didn't, like I said when we did the show when he got suspended, I thought he'd be back in the NFL. And I just thought I didn't think it would be the Browns maybe that took a pass at him, but we'll see what happens. I like the signing. The kid's 22, 23. I always thought he needed a fresh and new opportunity to live and learn and learn from your mistake and get back to work.
Yeah, I can see both arguments, man. I do understand what Pooh's saying, and Nick Chubb did have the horrific knee injury at Georgia, but he bounced back. Seemed to be fully healthy last year, but we all know you can never have too many good players. So I can definitely see both arguments. As a Steelers fan, I hate it because anytime it looks like the Browns probably have the most talented roster in the AFC North, especially as the Steelers kind of shed talent and get rid of those ultra mega superstars, which may be addition by subtraction. That's a different conversation, but I'm not completely perplexed by the Browns signing Kareem Hunt. I think at the end of the day, depending on how much heat they get PR-wise, it may be unnecessary to take on that heat. If you already have a back like Chubb and you already have Duke Johnson. But again, like you said, man, you never know what can go wrong, and it's good to have another back like Kareem Hunt there. So I can see both sides of it.
But that was the reason why they traded Hyde, because they wanted Chubb and Duke on the field more. So I don't get adding a back that he's gonna have to be on the field. I mean, you can almost see making Hyde in the reserve role, but there's no way you can see putting Hunt in a reserve role. No way.
Not at all.
Yeah. No way I can envision that. So to me, I'm totally baffled. I'm totally baffled by it.
Yeah. I mean, you got.
It's still. I wanted to start my whole segment.
And he wasn't injury prone.
Segment by saying it's still the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
They will still make boneheaded personnel decisions at the drop of a dime.
Yeah,
I was about to say, and Chubb.
Yeah.
Chubb wasn't injury prone. He had one injury.
Yeah. Nah, that kid was banged. I'm not talking about major injuries. I mean, but for instance, when they played us, that kid was banged up. He was on the back. They didn't know he was gonna play, and they thought. I can't remember if that was his last year or not, but
yeah,
I remember that kid. I remember that kid had the big run in the fourth quarter when the game was close, and we thought we were in position to win. And that kid broke out in the fourth quarter and with some huge runs. But I remember going into that game, they was like, we weren't sure if Chubb was going to play. He was banged up in practice. So I don't mean like big injury. I just mean he gets nicked up.
I thought it was maintenance though, because he was coming off a huge injury.
Those were a lot of. I think those nicked ups. I remember that game you're talking about. That was his last year, but a lot of those injuries were like residuals of the big injury. Like he wasn't completely recovered, and there was always maintenance and nicks regard. Him trying to get back to full strength. But it's still a concern anytime you have that kind of injury. But yeah, I mean, I guess, like most things in the off season, it's good to talk about, but it remains to be seen. We'll have to see how it works out. And we do know that it is the Cleveland Browns, but if you, for one, that Carlos Hyde trade was during the Hugh Jackson era, so it is a different regime there now. So maybe everybody didn't agree with trading, their lead back at the time, and they felt like they needed another back to come in. And I always say this, that we see what happens on Sundays and we read what happens between Sundays, but those coaches and evaluators, they see those players every day of the week, so maybe they feel like they need another back. I don't know. But yeah, so like everything else, it remains to be seen. Again, no ill will on Kareem Hunt, but I hope he's an absolute downright bust in Cleveland, because as a Steelers fan, I gotta hope everything in the Browns organization fails continuously. On and on and on.
Can I say one more thing about the?
Yeah.
It's the Browns, so I don't even think they're concerned about the public perception.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that's they've done several questionable things over the last few years. I mean, I don't think they care. I don't think they care, and they're one of those franchises where their fan base kind of loves them almost. I mean, their fan base loves them like no matter what. the Cleveland Browns have real fans. Like they can go 9 straight years with 9 straight bad losing seasons, and every year the dog pound sold out. So I just think that if there's one team that's kind of not worried about the public perception, it's probably the Browns.
Yeah. I could see that. They kind of playing with house money, coming off a good season for them, and so they can kind of take that hit, even if it doesn't work out. You're right. They fans ain't going nowhere. So yeah. But in another,
I just saw. We just signed Eric Reed to a 3-year deal, and I'm reading all this stuff in the Observer of people saying, "Well, I'm done with the Panthers. Is he still kneeling and count me out?" I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah, of course. like he wasn't there last year.
Right.
Yeah. And speaking of which, in another NFL centric story, and posted about this on the site. Not long before the show tonight, but yeah, it's a Colorado sporting goods store in Pueblo, Colorado. The owner decided to pull all Nike merchandise off of his shelves in response to Nike making Colin Kaepernick the spokesperson of and the face of their 30th anniversary of the Just Do It campaign. So, like a lot of misguided souls, he boycotted Nike because they had the nerve to support Colin Kaepernick or to even acknowledge Colin Kaepernick. And after a couple months, Steve Martin, the owner of Primetime Sports, revealed that his store is closing because they can't sell shit. Because what is a sports store without Nike? Now, first of all, I will say this. Colin Kaepernick, in that ad, the ad did feature the phrase, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything." And I don't think Mr. Martin really understood how much he was taking Mr. Kaepernick's words to heart, because in his short-sighted decision to get rid of Nike in a sporting goods store, has lost his business. So I guess kudos to you, Mr. Martin, for standing up for what you believe in, and then also, the fuck were you thinking? I don't know. Money. Dumbest business decision you've ever seen in your life, maybe? One of.
Hey, man, they might as well. I mean, they might as well be a sporting goods store and I don't know, and sell books. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, that what kind of business strategy is that? I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, you can't be a sporting goods store and not include, you know, the biggest sports brand on the planet. You know, I just, you know, I don't think that's a very good business decision. But hey, like you said, he actually did believe in something.
Yeah.
Even if it cost him everything.
Yeah, and he did say, Mr. Martin did say, quote, "Being a sports store without Nike is kind of like being a milk store without milk, or a gas station without gas. How do you do it? They have a monopoly on jerseys." He also acknowledged that he canceled a scheduled appearance by Broncos linebacker Brandon Marshall in 2016 after Marshall decided to take a knee during the anthem. He also added, Mr. Martin, "As much as I hate to admit this, perhaps there are more Brandon Marshall and Colin Kaepernick supporters out there than I realized." Like, you can't make this shit up. So, Pooh, how long, I mean, would it have taken you 3-4 months to realize that, hey, this shit ain't working? We need to call Nike back.
Oh, man, all I want to say is good fucking riddance. That's all I want to. Total jerk. I mean, you running a business?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude. Obviously, the swoosh is on everything. It's even when they didn't have a monopoly on the jersey, you still the swoosh it's everything. It's been everything. It's been everything for the last 30 years. I mean, and you make a decision, you know, we're not going to sell it. We're not going to push it. You know, and I know he saw the marginal hits.
Oh, yeah.
Had to.
Absolutely. I mean, and as a business owner, you got to project that. Like, he had to know. Like, he got to be like 70 and want to retire or something. He got to know that's coming.
Good.
I don't know,
fucking
man.
riddance, man.
Yeah, but
good riddance.
But again, and I mean, we run a business, so we all know that, at times we gotta put our heart to the side and make sound business decisions. So as a business owner, I'm with you, Pooh. Good riddance. Like, if that's the decision you decide to make for your business, like, sorry, dude, I don't know what to tell you.
Good riddance. I mean, you're not gonna catch us pumping Waffle House t-shirts, because I mean, but dude, the swoosh though.
Yeah, and that's similar to the decision we had to make, around the NFL. Is most of our traffic on the website during the NFL season comes from NFL traffic, and we had that discussion. We had and during draft season, it comes from a lot of NFL talk. So we had to make that decision. We had several discussions about it, as whether we continue to post NFL centric topics, and we decided to because that's the lifeline of our business. And we decided that at some point we use it as a platform, which we do with everything, to keep people informed. As a business decision, it was a sound one, although it tore us, in a lot of ways. We were torn. But same thing is, sometimes for the sake of your business, you gotta go against your emotions at some point.
Right. We would have been just like that kid, belly up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
on the news talking about apparently they're I hate to admit it, but there are more Roger Goodell and Donald Trump supporters than I thought. So
but cats out here love the shield.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, no, but we thought about it though. We did ponder it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We pondered it.
Yeah,
but we was like, man, we got to do it. We had no choice.
Yeah, definitely. And even Keon at the time said, I can't do it. And gave him that leeway because it's 4 more of us, so we could afford one of us to drop out.
Right.
But I don't. like as a person, yeah, feel how you want to, believe in what you want to. But it's nobody. It's the same thing they say to say in comments and slide remarks on social media about Colin Kaepernick is, how does it feel not to have a job? You decide to do what you want to do. Now you lost everything. Well, the same can be said about Mr. Martin.
Yeah.
So feel free to believe what
Agreed.
you want to believe, but don't let your business go, buddy. Now your wife mad at you, your kids looking at you funny, your neighbors like, man, what happened to your store, Steve? And Steve's, but MAGA, and I stand for the anthem.
I'm sure he had employees too. Like
yeah,
I got
absolutely.
now he has people that was their job, and now they have to go find a whole new place to work.
Yeah.
It's been there for 20 years, right?
They've been open. Yeah, they've been open for over 20 years.
So that's like that store would have been hand down like lineage.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the grandsons, and that's bananas. That's bananas.
Yeah. But I just want to. That's
stupid.
Yeah. But I hope I hope he's just as pissed and taking as strong of a stance against the government shutdown because soldiers aren't being paid. Since the biggest gripe was Mr. Colin Kaepernick doesn't respect the troops, doesn't respect our flag. But when somebody's actually doing wrong to the soldiers, it's mice on cotton quiet in this bitch. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I ain't got nothing.
No.
Nothing at all. So I don't know. I think we can sum this up in the very eloquent words of Thomas Stevens. Good fucking riddance.
Good fucking riddance, man.
Yeah. So
no doubt.
Yeah. Man. Speaking of bad business decisions, everybody's talking about this. But I just wanted to mention it, and then we'll talk about some things spinning off of it. Another blackface controversy, fiasco, whatever you want to call it. Gucci, came out with, I guess, a blackface mask / apparel, and of course, black folks went crazy. Boycott Gucci, and I don't wear the shit anyway, so it didn't really affect me. But we went nuts, and Pooh, you mentioned T.I.'s trying to get people off of Gucci now, and a lot of people are up in arms, railing against Gucci, and I guess I get it, but again, I don't wear Gucci, so it don't affect me in that way. I'm not a big brand, like I'm not attached to brands in that way. But I'll ask this question: Why are black folks so attached to brands like that? Like, is it status symbols, or like
you asking me first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, for all everybody out there that's attached to brands, and you want that symbol. You want to rock that. You want to rock that label. You want to rock that brand represent. Feel free to rock some Defy Life gear.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get on that brand. Let's get on that. And because we got a brand too. Anyway, I had to plug our stuff for a second. Honestly, Jay. Oh, yeah. Like Switch, do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, get out there, check out the Defy Life gear, man. It's out there. And, if you want it, we got it. We got what you need. So check us out. But to answer your question, man, I don't know, man. I'm not really a slave to labels either. That whole segue actually took me to, I've really been consciously like making a decision to switch my gear to Defy Life gear.
Mm-hmm.
So I rock, my company brand at work, and then kind of when I'm not at work, I want to rock my other company brand,
Mm-hmm.
Defy Life. So, I still like, like a nice, like polo sweater or whatever, whatever the case may be. But I'm not a slave. If it looks good, like I'm more on like the 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 fit, the cut, than I am the actual name of it. Like, does it fit me well? Do I look good in it? Can I tuck my shirt in? Do I leave my shirt out? Do I like? I'm more into that stuff now than I am like, oh, it's got to be like a Nautica shirt, because that's how I used to be. But so I don't know. I guess it's just something that the more, I guess, the more woke you are or awake you are, the more you'll be more self-conscious than you are in terms of enriching other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you. Pooh, what do you think, man? Why are black folks so attached to labels in that way?
It's definitely the status.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the status. Just like you want people to know that I'm making this money and I'm rocking this. This just like anytime the black person get a check, first thing they want to do is buy a Benz.
Mm-hmm.
They want I got a Benz. But they just want everyone to know that they rocking Low and Gucci and Fendi. That's just how we do it. That's just I don't know. Like maybe seven years ago, I had to be polo. It had to have a horse. It had to this. It had to that. And I just had a transformation, and now and I kind of live by what I heard Drake said. It was so cool to me because that's all it's like my motto now. Drake said, "You don't have to have Gucci on your back to be Gucci."
Mm-hmm.
Like you ain't got to have that name brand like that on your back to be fly. Like to piggyback on money is how it fits you. Is how you sport it. The man. The man always make the clothes. The clothes don't make the man.
Yeah.
So and that's all. When we was doing the dressing for pennies, it ain't about paying $500 for a shirt, in long. It's not about that. But it's definitely the status, man. We want people to know that we have this. I got these Ray-Bans for $700. That's how we do it. It's just we're a slave to the label, and I always tell the young kids, because I was in the mall a few months back, and the lady was like, "Yeah, my son wears polo. We got to have polo this and polo that." And I looked, and the kid's socks was polo, glasses been polo, hat, and I told him, I said, your closet will become a lot more versatile when you drop this polo thing, when you drop the label thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him it'll definitely broaden his horizon. Don't just have blinders on. It's a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of nice labels out there. It doesn't have to be polo. And I think I said that in the article. It don't have to be polo.
Yeah.
But
and I think another thing as well is, like Money touched on, is there's just always this need for black folks to rock white labels, white-owned labels, as a symbol that, hey, I made it. Look what I drive. Look what I wear. Look what I have access to. And we always equate that to whether it's clothing or even like award ceremonies. Like, we attach such status and prestige to the Grammys, and we shit on the Soul Train Awards and BET Awards, because we don't feel like we made it until we have access to what they have access to. And when somebody has the nerve to say, "Hey, support this black-owned clothing label," we turn our nose up at it. Whatever it is, and it's definitely a status symbol, in my opinion, and a sign that, hey, I made it. I can do what they do, which in the big scheme of things is never in support of what we should actually be in support of. And, but yeah, so I don't know. I mean, of course, this will last for a while, and those who are loyal to Gucci, and then their dollars are loyal to Gucci. Once they finish being mad, or once they, you know, or not even mad, once they, finish telling everybody they stupid for boycotting Gucci, I'm still gonna rock my Gucci. Gucci gonna still be in the closets of many black folks, because we don't understand the power of our dollar. So,
and I wish that we did though.
Absolutely.
And just look what Floyd was like, man. You saw the post on Floyd, right, talking about the Gucci TMZ. Yeah, he was like, man, I ain't never been no follower. The Gucci ain't did nothing to me.
Yeah.
I ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me about going to Gucci. In fact, I'm about to walk into the Gucci store right now and get some Gucci.
Yeah.
So how it goes.
That's his prerogative.
No,
I mean,
anybody.
I'm not bad. Anyone that still wants to wear Gucci or whatever, like, I'm not bashing them, but I mean, I'm not even telling people they should boycott it. But
yeah, absolutely not.
I mean, to me, I don't know. To me, the shirts, the line, the design is just way out there. I mean, that shit is so, relevant in the news right now that I thought the shit was a joke. Like I thought somebody was playing a practical joke. Like, to me, the utter disrespect, man, is just, I felt hella disrespected, and I can't rock with it. I'm not saying I'm ready to boycott or anything like that, but that's just not for me. So I do respect people that are at least, individualized and self-aware enough to have their own stance, whether that's, I gotta agree with it or not. But, if people want to still rock it, fine. Like you said, it's still gonna be a lot of Gucci in black folks' closets. But I mean, for me, that's definitely not my thing.
Yeah.
But I wasn't wearing the shit before them ugly ass shirts anyway.
Yeah, that's what, like, the shit's ugly to me anyway. And two, like, we don't understand the power of our dollars, and also we don't get that they don't make that shit for us anyway.
Right.
And so whether it's the fit, whether it's the cut, they don't make that shit for us. And so that's why I said absolutely don't boycott. If you're going to continue to support it, continue to support it. But from the beginning, recognize that the shit ain't made for you. They just want your money. They ain't going to ever argue with that. But they never going to cater to your body style. They never going to cater to, how the fit and the way the clothes fit us as a people, male and female. But if you want to buy it, they ain't gonna stop you. So don't boycott. But just know that they don't give a damn if you do or not anyway, because they know it ain't enough of us that's gonna take a stance that way and shut down like Mr. Martin in Colorado. So, but yeah, well, man, it's the last of our news tidbits. We'll get on to some listener questions. First, from our first listener question is, let me see where we got Jason from Irmo, South Carolina. Who you know, Jason?
Okay.
I'm messing with you. But shout out to Irmo for showing up in our inbox.
Yeah, no doubt.
Damn good question.
What up, Jason?
So, Thomas Stevens. So, it's Valentine's Day. It's
right.
happy Valentine's to all y'all out there. So Jason wants to know it's Valentine's. Who is your dream sports Valentine? If you could have one Valentine athlete, who would it be?
Man.
Or athlete, or anybody in the sports world. Who would you be, Valentine?
Dang, I figured you guys already know this question. Know this answer. I mean,
I don't know.
Man,
Jason don't know.
Hey, true. Hey, it always begins and ends with Dominique Dawes for me, man.
Okay.
Y'all know that, man. I'm Dominique Dawes.
All right. No explanation needed. Just Dominique.
Just drop. Yeah, I dropped the mic on that.
Awesome.
Just walk off.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Money. What about you? Who's your sports Valentine, sir?
Man, that kid. I have a huge crush on Dominique Dawes. But let's see. Since that kid took Dominique, and I guess we ain't double dipping.
Nah, chill out. You bugging.
I'm saying you ain't never been on two Valentines before on the same day.
I mean, yeah, but you know,
so chicks do that shit too. Oh, true that.
Not in Pooh's mind.
I was a young cat then. I was a young whippersnapper then.
True that. I probably did that shit like last year, some shit. I don't know, 2 years ago.
Yeah, true.
Nah, but I don't even fuck with Valentine's Day for real. Like, but let's see. My dream sports Valentines. I'm gonna have to give me one of them. If not Serena, fuck it. I'm gonna go with Serena.
Not a bad one.
Nah,
I'm gonna go with Serena Williams. But I got a whole list of WNBA players, on the list.
I'm saying rattle them off then. If you're going on several dates, got all the time and money.
I got a big crush on Skylar Diggins.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's probably my fave out there. Let's see who else. What's shorty name from the Liberty? I can't. I'm gonna have to look it up. I can't think of her name. Oh man, I can't think of her name.
Rebecca Lobo.
I was just about to say Rebecca Lobo.
Not Rebecca Lobo.
Hey, you took it right out of my mouth, bro. That's crazy.
And then it was somebody else that went to Duke. Oh, and I can't remember her name either. But that's my little. I got like 3 WNBA crushes.
Okay.
And I know them when I see them, but I can't think of their names right now. But that's 2. I'll give you Skylar, and I'll give you
Serena.
And Serena. Yeah, I'll go. I'll start there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, definitely not bad. Yeah, man. For me, well, first I want to give an honorable mention to Dawn Staley. Dawn always have a special place in my heart. Loved her since way back in the day.
Yeah.
So she'll be my honorary Valentine. But another, for me, oldie but goodie. So right, I don't know if y'all remember Allison Feaster. She played in the WNBA, but my sister played AAU ball with her, and from since I was a shorty, and I was a kid going to the AAU practices, I've been hooked on Allison Feaster, right? So she made it to the WNBA and I always followed her. So even now, I'm like Yosh and old girl from Ivory Ladder. He stalk her on Instagram. I stalk Allison on social media. But yeah, she'll forever be my sports Valentine. But yeah. So that's mine. I got a few WNBA crushes too, but I'll leave those close to the vest and give a shout out to Dawn Staley and my ultimate Valentine will be Allison Feaster. So yeah, I'll go with that.
True that.
Yeah, man. Damn good question, Jason. Now you know. Don't ever ask Thomas Stevens nothing else about no other woman but Dominique Dawes.
That's right.
Yeah. And
she can't even go on a date with me.
Hey, for real. You know what I'm saying? So, Pooh wife can't even ask about Dominique Dawes. You know what? So, yeah. But, all right, damn good question, Jason. Our next one is from Devante in Norfolk, Virginia, or as they say it, Norfolk, in Norfolk, Virginia. So, Money, if you could choose any artist to drop a surprise album in 2019, who would it be?
Tupac!
Oh, wow. So you took it
do it gotta be alive?
I would assume so, because that would be the surprise in itself. Is a dead person dropped the album. So let's go with somebody alive. I mean, because that's a given. Right. You know, yeah.
That's why I felt like, but that's when I read the question. Yeah. I mean, that's not like that's the first thing popped into my head.
Absolutely.
And then I was like good with that. I was like, yeah, I'm actually good with that.
I mean, of course, yeah, we'd all kill for that. You know, even better if Pac and Big dropped a double album. But yeah, let's go with let's challenge ourselves and go with somebody alive.
All right, somebody alive, surprise album in 2019. So, who asked this question? Was it Jason?
Devante from Norfolk.
Devante, my bad. All right, Devante. So, I'm not really one of these new dudes. Like, I can't really get with none of these new dudes. That's why every time we have trivia, we ask about these new. I have no clue because I don't know who these dudes are. All these dudes, because they have no skills to me. So I'm gonna say, man.
Dang, you hit the boys like that.
Yeah, man. I can't mess with these dudes, man.
Don't drop an album.
Yeah. None of these new dudes surprise me and don't drop an album. But I would be real happy in 2019 to get an album out of J. Cole. I always fucks with Cole, super heavy. And I'm gonna hit you with a name, man. Most Def, man. If I can get an album out of J. Cole, Most Def, or oh my God, man, Common, man. I would really fuck with it. I would really fuck with it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, cool. What say you? One artist dropping a surprise album in 2019. Who you got?
I was just about to say, there was a lot of albums dropping with Money.
Yeah, he got a whole stash.
That kid got a whole label dropping.
Yeah, he do.
But I'm gonna go with
let me eat, man.
Let you eat, man. I wanna, man. Dang, that's tough.
I'm filling in for the show members is not here.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Past and present. only for show members that's alive though. So Rodney McDaniel and Keon Smalls can't fill in for them.
Can I have Outkast with a few features with CeeLo on it? Or I just got to do Outkast? Okay, let me.
You can do an Outkast and a Goody Mob album.
So the Dungeon Fam.
Okay.
I'll do that. Give me the Dungeon Fam, because I gotta have Low, I gotta have Big Boy, I gotta have Stacks, and I'm good with that. But let me get that. I'll get the Dungeon Fam. Let me get that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's where I was gonna go. With the Dungeon Family, but since you took it, I will say Dr. Dre.
Okay.
If Dre dropped the album, I'll go with Dre. So if Dre, because I know that
he owes us the album too.
He owes us like 3. So,
Not the Detox got dropped, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did the Detox ever drop?
I'm past the Detox. You gotta have some new shit. I
don't even think that ever dropped.
I don't think the Detox dropped.
It couldn't have. If it did, we would know.
We would know, right?
Yeah. So, you swooped in with the Dungeon Family. So I'm going Dre. because I know that the shit's gonna be fire. I know it's gonna have a fire ass M feature. So and you know, you're gonna pull everybody out the woodwork. Snoop,
everybody.
You know, Devin the dude, like everybody gonna be on it. So yeah,
and the beat's gonna be banging.
And the beat's gonna be banging. So yeah,
that's a good one there. That's a good one there, Jay.
So
that's a great one.
I never even thought Dre.
I just pulled Dre out my ass, and it's a good one because you took the other Dre from me.
Right.
So yeah. So yeah. So man, I don't think we go wrong with none of them.
Nah.
Not at all. So you know, Cole, Dre.
Most is ill.
Yeah. If any of y'all, I know y'all listening.
Comment.
So surprise us. Comment. Yeah. So I know y'all listening. So just surprise us, one of y'all at least. Man, damn good question, Devante. You got my hopes up.
Yeah.
You know, you got me wanting to hear all them albums, and knowing I'm gonna be disappointed. So I hope somebody out there listening just feels sorry for us at this point. Well, man. But yeah, y'all definitely keep these questions coming. We have fun with these every week. If you do want to have your question answered or just have anything you want addressed on the show, hit us up on social media at Go Defy Life, or you can email us at info@godefylife.com, and we'll jump right on it. So y'all keep these coming. These are always fun. All right. Well, we are going to jump into a commercial really quick, and we will come right back, and we will talk some NBA. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Hey, Siri.
Hey, how may I help you?
Play the Relationship Status Podcast.
Playing the Relationship Status Podcast.
You know, I would ask him, like, what are you doing? You know, where are you going with this? What are you trying? And he really didn't have, like, a real answer.
Okay.
So I didn't feel like we were going to be compatible later on down the line.
I think that goes back to something I've often heard and think myself, that men date women thinking they're never going to change, and women date men
thinking that they are.
Thinking that they can change them.
Relationship Status. New episode every Monday at 12 noon on Defy Life Network.
Welcome back to episode 94 of the Defy Life podcast. That was a quick word from our very new, brand new podcast to the Defy Life podcast network, Relationship Status, with Neat Cruz, C.L. Butler, and our very own Yusuf English. So looking forward to that actually dropping today on Valentine's Day. So shouts out to Neat, CL. Welcome to the family. Expecting big things from y'all. So y'all look forward to that one. Again, this is episode 94 of the Defy Life podcast. This is J.R. Glymph. With me, Thomas Stevens, Gerald Hedrick. When we left off, we just wrapped up our listener questions. Again, thank you, Jason from Irmo and Devante from Norfolk. We're going to jump into some NBA talk. During the break, Thomas Stevens and Gerald Hedrick had a semi-heated, quick conversation on the status of Derrick Rose and what kind of money he could look forward to. So all of our Patreon members or anyone wanting to see what we got available on Patreon, they're going to do a 10 spot and debate that subject. So everybody jump on over to patreon.com/Go Defy Life and become a patron of Defy Life. You get access to, again, the 10 spot mini podcast where it was a one-on-one, usually, debate of any two members of the Defy Life family, even if it's across shows, a debate on one subject for 10-ish minutes and then jump off of it. So really good way to get some extra content. You can also become a patron and get some free Defy Life gear in exchange for your patronage. You get the Sunday dinner, the cocktail of the week. So a lot of good content out there for our patrons who are willing to support us with your dollars. And we always thank you guys for that. So we were
yo.
Yo, I was like,
gonna say, I hear Yoshi. I hear
exactly.
Is he running his own intro music or something?
Hey man, listen, I was playing that. We gonna put the serious bum rush in effect, and we in the house.
I was like, is that a pimp named Slipback? Who is that?
What's going on, y'all? I see that I made it to the end of the show, but apparently this is the outro.
Yeah, we just coming back from commercial and just wrapping up the listener questions. So about to just plug in the Patreon page and about to jump into some real quick NBA talk some NBA awards.
While you tripping though, I can't wait to hear the new show though. I'm hearing good things.
Yeah.
I mean it came together well, man. We were able to put together two very good people in CL and Neek, and it's interesting. These are probably two of the most interesting people I've ever been around, and their takes and that episode, that Valentine's Day episode that we dropping tomorrow on Radio Public, of course, Defy Life Podcast Network, Radio Public, and iTunes. Like, you don't want to miss that. That episode is a good one. Yeah. So it's funny. The two of them are funny. And of course, I'm on the show as well. So it gets personal at times, but it's all about just relationships and the misunderstandings that women and men have from time to time. So tune in. It's called Relationship Status. So check it out.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, the couple episodes I got treated to, I was pleased and I'm excited. So yeah, man, can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
But man, congrats on tonight.
Oh yeah, man, appreciate it, man. We played well. We had a dunk session tonight. I think first quarter we were up 18-6, and then it just got nuts from there, man. Like I hadn't seen my boys play like that it's been a long time since we played like that. We can play like that for the rest of this time. I mean, there's no telling what we could do, man. Trey annihilated somebody. He dunked on that boy so hard. Wow. Then on the break, one of my kids threw him an alley off the glass, and then
showing out.
Yeah, this 6'9" kid got a putback on somebody's neck. My big 6'6" kid caught a dunk off a vert. We was raining 3 balls. Like, I mean, the people, because we was away. The other crowd, like, after the first quarter, people were walking out.
Wow.
We ended up winning 67-44. They should only had like 20-something points, but, kids sometimes when they get up, we was up by 30 at one point. When you get up that big, you sometimes start playing around and not staying sound. So we got a big game Saturday against Colleton County. They're number 1 seed. So hopefully we can continue riding this little winning wave we on right now.
Okay, cool.
Well, I can't wait to see the highlights from it. Yours, congrats, man.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna work on that tonight, and I'm gonna hopefully drop that tomorrow. Because that game was amazing, man. I was happy to coach that. I enjoyed coaching that game today.
Well, glad y'all blew the doors off them boys, man. I ain't gonna tell you what Thomas Stevens said the score was.
What Thomas say the score was? What Thomas was talking about?
Bet they watch the kids ain't, because Money was like, yo just posted, they won. He was like, good. He go, poo. Bet them kids ain't win but number by 7. They won by 7.
Yeah, we won by 20. We won by 23.
No, that's good stuff. I only said that because the boy said you could sleepwalk to the third round.
I was telling him, Yoshi gonna walk to the third round, man.
I'm gonna say this.
Win by 7.
It ain't that easy, man. Because they had a bunch of upsets today, and you don't never know with kids. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like at halftime, we were up 9, and my top player says, "Man, coach, these motherfuckers is scared." I was like, "Yo, we up 9. What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Man, they turning over the ball. They this, they that." And I said, "And you taking bad shots. So we all in here fucking up." let's fix it and let's get to let's stop worrying about that quarter gone. We up 9. When we came out of halftime, I told them, actually, we're down 10. Think of it as we're down 10. Next thing I know, I looked up, we was up 25. And I was like, and they windmilling and every damn thing else. So it just, like, the other coach got mad. Like, the referee told me to take my top player out. He said, Coach, you got to take your guys out.
Jeez.
Wow. And who are you playing next week?
On Saturday, we play Colleton County.
Colleton, where is that?
Down in Charleston. It's in, what's it called? It's in Charleston. Yeah. It's in the Charleston area.
Why would the ref tell you to take your guys out, yo, in the playoffs?
Well, he said that he thought that the other team was going to try to hurt somebody because it got it was getting ugly. Like, I mean, every time he turned around, somebody was dunking. We didn't settle. My 6'9" kid hit 3 threes in a row in the fourth quarter, and it was like, I mean, and it wasn't bad shots. We were running sets, and they were just taking open shots or they get a steal. We in transition. The only play I would say was kind of showtimey was they stole the ball, and Shaquez could have just laid it up, and the boy was running behind Shaquez, and Shaquez saw Trey running behind the guy, and he kind of threw it hard off the glass. The guy missed the rebound, and Trey came out of nowhere and flushed it. So, I mean, that was kind of one of those plays where you go, as a coach, you go, no, y'all shouldn't do that. That's bad sportsmanship. But people in the gym started running on the floor and all kind of crap. So, I mean, you can't control kids. So,
and I mean, they got to have fun, too.
Yeah. When they practice every day.
Yeah,
exactly. Every day. and the other team practice every day. They got their opportunity to win. So, man.
Right. Yeah, the ref was like, man, coach, get them out. Get them out. I was like, and this is like 3 minutes in the quarter. But my thing is, I don't like the way I was trying to tell my team is I had to keep telling them because the other coach was calling timeouts. I was like, it's not over. It's not over. I said, because, my team alone has come back from a 20-point deficit in 3 minutes. And I know how quick that could change, especially when you're in somebody else's house. So we just kind of, I didn't feel easy until we got to 2 minutes. We were up so much, Nathan actually got in the game. So when Nathan gets in the game, it's a blowout. So, because
Nathan must be like Joe Nate. When Joe Nate get in the game, shit was over. Joe Nate got in.
Hey. And I be seeing all these videos Joe Nate be posting. Wow.
Glory days.
But him doing all this and doing all that.
But it's cool, man. I'm happy today. I told them I wasn't happy because, like, I've been here before as a head coach. As an assistant coach, I've been to 2 state championships. As a head coach, I haven't been to any, and I've never been out the second round. Yeah. So I told them, this ain't nothing. We've been here before. I said, let's get next week.
That was real stalking.
Huh?
I said I really be stalking you like I had read that in your profile.
Yeah, man, I've never been out the second round. And usually, because what it is, the first round is on the coach. If you lose, it's on coaching. The second round is more so on the players playing because all the teams, the good coaches have advanced. And now it's just about your players stepping up and believing in themselves and believing in their teammates and listening and being disciplined. Like I told him today, competitive greatness is about being the best you can be, not trying to be the best, meaning don't be in competition with anybody else, just be in competition with yourself. Yeah. And you have to to do that, you have to be prepared, you have to be disciplined, and you have to stay focused. And they kind of stuck to that today, and I just hope we do that against Colleton County because everybody's already telling us we should be going to the third round. But I don't like speaking like that because you start saying that and you ended up our football team was at the lower state, and them boys already started. The coaches already started booking rooms in Columbia for state championship, and Myrtle Beach beat the shit out of them. So, you gotta just one game at a time and just do your best. But that's my spill, man. Let's get into the NBA, man. I don't want to dwell on that.
Congrats again, man.
Mess around and next week we'll be talking all sad and shit.
When we go, like we said, we're gonna give you the business. You don't get to that third round at least. So,
I already know. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Right. So, yeah, man. So we're jumping into the NBA All-Star game coming up. Somebody really gives a shit about the game itself. So we are gonna talk about some pre-All-Star game awards. So at this point in the season, if you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, just drop me a name. So, Pooh, you first. Who's your MVP up to this point? And the kid is on mute again, talking to himself.
Oh, my bad. The beer.
Huh?
Yeah, because Erickson was in here. Erickson came in here talking, so I was muting it up. But the beer, man, give me James Harden. Didn't he, Tyler? Well, he has the second longest streak to Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah. 40-point games or something. 31, 47, something like that. So I'm going to go with James Harden.
Okay. All right. Money, who you got? Who's your MVP so far?
James Harden, man. Not even. I mean, of course for the scoring, but I mean, what has it been? A month now. A month now without Capella. He spent a month and a half without Harden. I mean, without Chris Paul. I mean, the other kid in this. The other kid in this was already hurt. I mean, man, people don't realize it, but man, how what's the kid name? The small forward is a House Junior or whatever. Yeah. Like when the season started, man, that kid was in the D League. Mm-hmm. I gotta say Harden, man. What he's been able to do, with the guys he's been playing with has been crazy.
Gotcha. All right, yo, who's your MVP so far?
I'm gonna go against. The streak is impressive. I do understand that, but I as much as I don't care for this particular player, I think Russell Westbrook should get it, just because he's averaging, a triple-double, which means he's impacting the entire team. Since he's been on this streak, the team's winning. The wins, I think they're on like an 11-game winning streak, winning the same span. The Rockets are 7-4. And Harden is getting those points. You talking about 40 shots a night. He's volume shooting. He's not. It's not efficient. His points aren't efficient. That's what I think. That's why I would lean more towards Russell Westbrook. Just the way he's getting everybody involved. He's playing real hard. He's playing on both ends of the floor. Harden very rarely plays. He doesn't play D like that. And half the time his ass, Harden ass traveling half the damn time. That bitch sidestepped me 3 steps. I be like, goddamn, where he going? But that's not to take away from the streak because it is impressive. But I think, shit, if Michael Jordan or shit, if LeBron was taking 40 shots a game, I'm pretty sure he could average 30.
The Russell kind of shocked me because I don't think Russell playing the best on his team.
PG is playing if you're talking about the best player on the team is PG, but PG is benefiting from what Russ is doing. Russ is still a threat to score.
Yeah, he's a threat.
So if you look at PG's points, PG is getting wide open shots.
No, I didn't say his points. I said I don't think he's playing the best on his team.
No, what I'm saying is PG is getting that off of Russ feeding that. Him attacking, kicking, him creating for everybody else. Like he's playing different. I don't know it's because he wants to win or whatever, but he's not going after his like he has in the past. He's found to appreciate doing other things to a greater extent. That's like I said, it's just opinion. More than anything else.
Right.
I'm shocked because I don't see anything different from the Russ from the last 3 years. Like,
because Russ
he's averaging a triple double for the last 3 years.
Yes, but if you notice that he was taking more shots before. He's taking less shots now. He's making better decisions with the ball now.
He doesn't have to take too many shots now.
I can agree to that.
He plays with Paul George, and he plays with and Grant is becoming more offensively minded. And he's got Schroeder. He actually plays a whole lot of minutes with Schroeder on the court at the same time. So he's not having to do as much.
But that isn't that the mark of a good player? You play within yourself and within the team concept. Like if you wanna, my thing is his impact on the entire team. James Harden is impacting himself. Like he's impacting himself. Shit, I couldn't play on a team with James Harden. He gonna shoot that bitch every time.
What? Nah, man.
That bitch gonna dance and shoot a fucking ball.
He
those
created
guys
a lot
get
too,
shots.
Though. He created a lot.
Okay.
He creates all the time.
How many? Okay, he's averaging 30. How many shots is he averaging a game?
I don't know, but what is that, like 8 assists?
And then he's shooting it from the damn parking lot.
No, he's shooting from there now.
He can hit it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just in the parking lot.
And yeah, but when he don't, he off and he get that bitch and shoot it again.
I mean,
like I'm just saying, man. Like
Dan Tony wants them boys to shoot the ball no deeper. Like he wants him to put up shots 7 seconds. Like seconds into the shot clock, and them boys putting up shots.
I am not disagreeing.
That's how they offense works.
I'm not disagreeing with your premise of the fact that that's how the offense works. That's fine. Okay, cool. But that motherfucker shoot within the first 7 seconds every damn time.
All them boys get a lot of shots, man.
All them boys. You can't say all them boys
get a lot of shots.
All of them boys don't get a lot of shots now. Shit, it ain't about how many possessions in the game, and if on 40 possessions he's shooting, ain't no way everybody else is getting over what? Maybe 20?
Nah, they getting
maybe 20 shots. Shots on goal. Ain't that many shots in the game. Not for everybody, not for another person to get over 20 shots. If he putting up 40.
Yeah, I think Harden takes more shots than anyone else in the league.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Like the closest person to him is Embiid, and that shit's about a couple of hundred.
But his usage, he has the highest usage in the league.
Because he chooses the shit.
Nah, man, the kid ain't have nobody. For a month, that kid was playing with people out of the D League.
Well, okay, are they in the NBA?
Are they in the NBA? You want them guys to
Are they in the NBA?
They're in the NBA because dudes was hurt.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's wrong. What I'm saying is it's not the style of basketball that I find appealing. It's just not. I don't find James Harden's game appealing to me. You know what I'm saying?
That kid Gerald Green get mad shots. Gordon get mad shots.
No, I don't know about mad shots. They get shots, but
they get shots.
They don't get Harden type of shots. But shit, if Gordon played for the Hornets and he put up 18, 19 shots a game, that's a lot of fucking shots. That would be the second most shots on that team other than Kemper. So what I'm saying is relative to their offense, they everybody shoots a lot on that team relative to their offense. Now Harden shoots the most, but relative to their offense, hey, them boys put up shots, man. It's guys that come off the bench on that team that get 10, 12 shots a game.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with either one of you. I would actually go with Giannis for MVP. But, yeah, I would actually go with Giannis for MVP. I mean, I couldn't argue with Harden or Westbrook or Giannis or, any of them, Embiid. There's a lot of guys to choose from. But
that boy Dame, I read something that boy Dame said right now Paul George is MVP. Dame Lillard.
George playing ball.
Hey, listen.
George playing ball. He just said he playing at a whole nother level, and which he is though. And like I agree with both of you guys with okay. I mean we've seen this from West. We have, but I also see what you're saying as in the growth. He's using more with what he has, and I agree with Money saying okay he didn't have that before, but it seems like he's learning. You know, he's learning on the fly. He's learning the game more. He's facilitating more, and it's kind of hard to see that because he always had a triple-double, but it's almost like the game has slowed down to him. He's not taking those reckless, wild shots because I've seen a lot of times this year where he hasn't.
Yeah, and I think West. I think Russell's in a no-win situation because for so long he's been criticized for padding stats and playing out of control and playing hero ball, but now he's kind of dialed back, and like you said, he's kind of taking what comes to him. And now he's being criticized for not being aggressive enough. So he's kind of in a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation.
Right.
And look at this. Like, okay, I just looked up some numbers. Like, okay, this is the midpoint of the season, correct? Correct. So we're going into the break. All right, last year, James Harden shot 1,449 shots for the entire season last year. You know how many shots he's shot already? 1,282 shots. All right, that's one. Next thing, last year he shot 722 threes for the season. Already he shot 711. And we ain't even got through midway through the season. There's no way you can tell me. And once again, that's 700. That's 703.
Last year, that kid played with Trevor Ariza, who shot a whole lot of like the makeup of this team is completely different from last year's team.
Okay, so they can win. So the streak is the whole reason. So he can win. So they can win like this.
The whole reason they brought in Melo was like to get more shots of people other than Hard. He gone now. Like the one of the big stories from the offseason was shit. Who gonna shoot it in Houston? Because all the guys that they had been relying on like left. Like they lost key dudes. So boom, Capella goes down. Boom, the other kid. Look, what I'm telling you is if Houston want to win, ain't nobody on the team gonna shoot it as much as Harden if they want to win. They're not gonna leave those shots to Austin Rivers and the Kid House and Gerald Green and shit. When you got as many dudes as they had sideline for as long as they were sidelines, Harden putting them up, but because they want to
win. I agree with that.
When them boys was, in fact, I'll even take another step further. Look at their first 20 games of the season when all them boys was hurt and Harden wasn't shooting. They couldn't win.
Well, he was
still shooting it. He wasn't making it.
Well, he was. Well, he wasn't shooting as much as he was playing shooting two guard. Now they got him playing point guard since everybody got hurt. But
he playing shooting guard. He just bring the ball down. That's all that is.
They switched that kid to point.
No. I'm saying tomato. Yeah, they on the thing they're saying he's the point guard, but if you bring it down and shoot it, you just the shooting guard that bring the ball down.
Yeah,
that's
like
it.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna just bring it down. I'm gonna shoot this bitch. Like hell.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not what's happening, man. But
it's like I said, it's a difference of opinion, and it's gonna happen. But I just feel like, and I'm gonna be honest, them boy out there making their money. So I'm gonna tell you the thing that kind of just the reason why it's tough for me. I watch as much as I can because I know I got to be on the show, so I watch what I can when I can. But the frustrating part for me is when I go in the gym the day after a big game, NBA game or something happened, and I see my kids emulating or trying to emulate what them boys do. And what's happening is a lot of the game is getting rubbed off on these younger kids who don't understand that to get to that point, people had to work a little bit harder on their game to get to that point. So they feel like when they see somebody like Harden putting up all these damn shots and got this streak going, now guess what they feel they need to do when they get in the game? Shit, they got to put up all these damn shots. And I just think that when I'm thinking about when the question was MVP, I think of an MVP as the person who makes the team better. Now, if he's doing what he needs to do for his team, I just prefer the way that Westbrook is doing it because he's elevating the people on his team.
That's but you just countered your own self. You said the MVP does what they do for their team. Like, so he's doing I said the person that, well, I think they elevate the team. So if you took it, if I said it wrong. He's doing what he needs to do to elevate his team to get wins.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then Westbrook's team has more wins than his. So it's not quite evening out for him, is it?
Yeah. They started off slow.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just no. I'm talking in the last 12 games. OKC is 11-1, and what you call is like 7-5 with him in his streak.
Okay, well, okay, but we ain't talking about the last 12 games.
Well, I'm just saying, like
40. But you're saying 40-some games.
Yeah, but if you're talking about that, the record, OKC's record is better than theirs.
Their record's better. Their record's better, but they haven't. It's not like, I mean, Paul George might have missed one game,
and that's OKC fault. I mean, that's just OKC fault that Houston got people getting hurt.
No, I'm just saying that's happening. That kid, I don't think that kid Schroeder hasn't missed a game. Jeremy Grant hasn't missed a game. You know, these kids. What's their center names? Spencer Adams. I think maybe. He missed like 3 or 4 games earlier, and Noel's and Noel came and played. He balled out for him, but yeah, and they've had the majority of their starters the entire season, except for actually Westbrook missed maybe like the first week of the season. But other than that, the Oklahoma City Thunder have been very, very, very healthy. And that kid Westbrook, up until this streak, what was he shooting? 29% from 3. Like he also hasn't been very efficient, but he has been finding a way to get it done. Paul George has just been playing so well that they really haven't needed him. They really haven't needed him to be able to have to shoot 40% from 3 and some of those other things that he's done in the past. Paul George is carrying a lot of weight, but I see what you're saying. But before I went. If I'm not gonna go Harden, I'm gonna go Antetokounmpo. But that's just my opinion.
Well, I can't argue against that because I haven't seen him play much. So I can't.
Well, what I do find interesting is the juxtaposition of y'all's argument, because Yoshi, you looking at it from a coach's perspective, and Money, you looking at it from an analyst and a fantasy analyst perspective, and neither one of y'all are wrong. I just think it's a matter of perspective.
Right.
And so, but yeah, I mean, I as long as y'all ain't say Melo, I'm good with it. So yeah.
I miss being able to talk about Melo.
I don't.
Hey, Pooh, what y'all gonna do with Melo, baby? Y'all gonna play that kid?
They about to buy that kid out. He about to go play with LaMelo Ball in Scandinavia. They don't play Melo. All right, that's enough talk about Melo. We talked about Melo for too long tonight. Next, who's your rookie of the year, Pooh?
Rookie of the year. Oh man, that's easy. Lunka, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody, Money.
Don't even come to me because I agree.
All right, Yosh.
I haven't seen enough NBA to make a actual like an intellectual. Like I can't argue anything, so I'd rather just sit. I'd rather sit this question out.
Yeah, I disagree. It's the easiest way on this one because I don't think it's even close with Doncic. So he definitely gonna win it. We'll skip defensive player of the year and coach of the year at this point because those are always too fluid. We'll end off with who's your most improved player, Money?
My most improved player, man, I'm gonna have to go. This is gonna be a dark horse, man, but maybe it's the homer in me, but I'm gonna go with Jeremy Lamb, man.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I always thought, with the because remember Jeremy Lamb was the key in that Harden Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
He was the key in that trade, and he just never blossomed into what you thought he could be coming out of UConn, and I'm seeing that. He's our second leading scorer. He's getting more and more minutes. He's getting more and more time with the ball. It's big shots. I'm gonna, I think Jeremy Lamb is finally blossoming into the player that, that people thought he could be, and we didn't want to give up that first round pick for Marc Gasol, but Jeremy Lamb becoming the player that he is kind of made us comfortable with the roster as currently constructed. Like, so we think we're going to be able to make some noise, but man, I really like what I'm seeing out of Jeremy Lamb, man. I know he's not on a sexy team, so a lot of people don't know how good he's become, but yeah, man, I would say Jeremy Lamb.
Okay. All right. Pooh, you got a most improved player?
I guess most improved and comeback are like two totally different things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say Zach, but he was out last year too, so I guess I'm gonna sit this one out too because I haven't seen a lot of rookies play. A lot of the guys play this year.
Okay. Yo, you got a most improved?
Nah, man. Money takes it all.
All right. Yeah, I mean, if y'all ain't got an answer, I'll jump in on this one. I'll go with D'Angelo Russell. Stuck out there in Brooklyn, made his first All-Star team.
Good pick.
Yeah, he dropped almost 40 on the Cavs tonight. It's funny that that core of young talent that Al kept talking about, the Lakers need to hold on to and not make big moves and get a superstar. See what that core turns into. They traded the wrong dude. They had D'Angelo Russell right in their hands, and not necessarily that he would have blossomed the same, of course, with all, with LeBron there. But, anybody that can ball out like that in Brooklyn on a pretty bad Nets team, kudos to D'Angelo. I'm proud of him because he's shown a lot of growth and a lot of maturity. So I got to go with Russell.
I think the Nets are sneaky good, Jay.
Well, I say bad, relatively speaking. They're great compared to what we thought they would be, but they still got a ways to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs, though.
Yeah, probably so. And again, a lot of that is on D'Angelo Russell's shoulders. So I'm I'm not gonna lie.
And think they doing what they're doing now. Well, basically, they whole roster hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like D'Angelo Russell and a bunch of dudes that's on the bench. Like, but they now Dinwiddie's hurt. He's out for like 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Hollis Jefferson's been hurt most of the year. For a stretch, they were. I mean, Shabazz Napier was starting the shooting guard for a stretch. LeVert's hurt.
Yeah.
Joe Harris been banged up. So yeah, like he's been playing this type of way with their 10th, 11th, and 12th and 13th guy. So I think they're scary. I think they can be sneaky good, not scary good. I think they can be sneaky good when they get guys back and get healthy. I think they're going to kind of Miami Heat people from last year. You know how they all of a sudden they were like the 6th seed and they were like, "Damn, where did he come from?" I think the Nets are going to kind of do that after the All-Star break.
Yeah, and even you got guys that they thought would be big pieces but haven't performed up to this point, but are starting to play better, like Alan Crabb, DeMar Carroll.
Yeah.
I ain't a huge Nets fan, but I just started paying attention because Russell was balling out. So, you're right. Right now, he's all they got, and he's showing up.
Yeah, all I keep hearing about him is he's so unathletic, but every night I look at him, he's dropping like 40 and 6 and 8.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, man. Last topic before we get on to trivia. Really want to touch on this because there's been, Manny Pacquiao just came off of a big win, and against the dude whose name I do not mention on this show anymore, as a boxer, because he's a bum and he thinks he's Floyd Mayweather. But there have been rumblings about Floyd Mayweather himself coming out of retirement and having another big money bout, Mayweather-Pacquiaou 2. So, Pooh, would a Mayweather-Pacquiaou 2 interest you at all, or is it just time to move on?
It's definitely time to move on. It wouldn't interest me at all. I mean, of course, I'll watch it for free. I wouldn't pay for it, but I'm sure there's big boxing buffs that'll definitely go out there and pay the big bucks to go see it. But I wouldn't.
All right. Yosh, would that fight interest you at all?
The only thing about the fight that would interest me would be the fight party. Because somebody gonna have it, and I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna drink, and we're gonna enjoy good times. But other than that, man, no. I mean, the only reason they'll do it will be for the money, of which neither of them need any. Floyd just needs to stay where he is. Manny Pacquiao needs to go somewhere. And I just feel like, if they have to rehash the same old guys, that means boxing is in a bad place if that's what they have to do.
Yeah.
Because kids are, the younger generation ain't trying to become boxers. They're trying to become MMA fighters. And I think they're trying to find something to save boxing. But right now, it's just really nothing that's interesting about boxing currently in general.
Yeah, and and I'll say, like I always say, when the heavyweight division's not great, boxing suffers. Excuse me. And the only thing that kind of masked that the last decade and a half was Floyd Mayweather. He kind of was a band-aid on the fact that boxing's not interesting when heavyweight division's not interesting. And I just think, now I think the heavyweight division is interesting because you got Deontay Wilder, and the dude from London, I forgot his name. My mind is blank right now, but the heavyweight division is better than it was and than it has been, and more interesting than it has been, and deeper. And there's also Deontay Wilder is the first American heavyweight champion that we've had to kind of show a dominant streak. So I think the heavyweight division is picking up steam, and with that, I think Floyd and Manny just need to let that go. Money, what do you think?
Man, the sheer disrespect that I'm hearing right now, man, is astonishing to me, man. I can't. Shame on you guys. Shame on you, gentlemen. Anytime. I'm gonna get my Stephen A. on anytime the boxing legend, the love of the sport, the epitome, the anomaly that is Floyd Mayweather. Anytime Floyd Mayweather can put the gloves on, you have got to watch it. He is must watch TV. And I'm gonna be watching. I would be excited for it, man. Anytime the legend can lace him up, put the gloves and the boots on, man. I'm with it. I'm down to watch him. I don't even care about the money aspect of it. Part of that is just because I feel like the heavyweight division is so down and uninteresting that yeah, man. Anytime I can get some of Floyd, man, I'm with getting some of Floyd. You can't tell
the heavyweight division's not interesting right now.
Nah, not really. To me though, that's just to me though. Like, how old is
42.
Floyd? Yosh, I know you know.
Floyd's 42.
42. So anytime, so you don't hear, that kid Brady just won another ship, and that kid said he might not retire till he's 45. You know, and outside of like people that's just kind of hating on the Patriots, you don't really hear people saying, "I wish Tom just go ahead and hang it up." He done I don't like. I really don't want to see Floyd hanging up. As long as he feels like he's healthy enough and great enough to where he can do it, I say Floyd, do it. And anytime he can do it, I'm watching. But that's just me.
But here's the difference, though. One, Floyd has already hung it up. He's retired. And like Yosh said, like nobody has really stepped up to draw that kind of money and to be that kind of boxer, so that skilled of a boxer in his absence. But the difference in that and Tom Brady's, if Tom Brady retired tomorrow, there's 5 other stars just at quarterback who would fill that gap. And somebody else would win a championship by default, even if, because somebody's got to win it every year. It's not the same in boxing, because if Floyd comes back and wins, he still got to keep winning to win the title. That's not a guarantee. And then if he gets his ass whooped, there's still nobody there. Either way, there's nobody there to fill that gap. And boxing is going to continue to struggle. It's kind of like, if Michael Jordan came back tomorrow, because it's a dearth of superstars in the NBA, and everybody's like, "Ah, shit, Mike's back. Yes, please." Regardless of how old and a shell of himself he looks, it's just a name at this point. And I'm as big a Floyd fan as anybody, but most overall, I'm a boxing fan. And I just don't think at this point, I just think Floyd and Pacquiao too would just be a money grab. I just think the quality of boxing would be terrible.
I don't know, man. I respectfully disagree because of the all-time tactician and technical, masterful boxers that they both are.
Did you see the first fight though?
Yeah, I enjoyed the first fight.
Oh, that's enough.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
I mean, I didn't hate it because Floyd totally outclassed him. So I didn't hate it for that reason, but it was a horrible fight, especially considering the build-up and the hype surrounding it. I don't know. I would much rather at this point, I would much rather see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, even Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury too. That's an exciting fight to me. I just don't, especially considering how lackluster the first Pacquiao Mayweather fight was. Floyd just totally outclassed him, and at this point, the only way he wouldn't do it again is if he's lost a step, and he's just down to Pacquiao's level at this point. Pacquiao dominated that dude. I'll say his name. You suck me in, so people will know. But Adrian Broner, Pacquiao dominated him, but Adrian Broner's a fraud, man. Like, anybody can look good against Broner. Anytime he steps up in competition, everybody knows he's a fraud. So I'm just not. I don't know. I'm like, yo, it's time for some new blood, and until they do, it's just not good for the sport. It'll be good for a one-day money grab.
What happened to Floyd's little protege?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name, but I don't think he's ready to step up.
He lost the belt. He had been undefeated, and he ended up losing the belt on some, like, he got suspended or something, and he lost the belt. And now he's been trying to get it back.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I forgot his name. But what's his name? I don't know. But
he's the new guy I was gonna watch, but he I can't remember his name.
Exactly.
True that.
Yeah. You know, and then, I mean, then you got, of course, you know, the Triple G's and the Canelos. You know, and, you know, even like the like other fighters who are champions in their divisions, like, I just don't know if there's just no star power, and somebody's got to step up. I don't know. Like, who would you like? I don't even know. Like, outside of the heavyweights, I mean, I guess, like, you look at, like, the middleweight division. You know, again, there's Canelo and Triple G. You know, I don't even know, like, welterweights. Like, Errol Spence Jr. I like. Terrence Crawford I like a lot. But, like, little dudes don't draw like that.
Right.
You know, I just don't. I just don't. And I don't know. Maybe, like, I just don't want to see it. I just don't. Yeah.
Jay, has boxing? So let's say we do lose Mayweather because it's bound to happen anyway. Mm-hmm. Has boxing finally lost it to MMA? Have they finally given up the title?
Yeah, straight to it. They've lost it. They've lost it.
Well, I'll say this. It depends on who you ask. Like, I'm not an MMA fan, but I think it's kind of like Yoshi, you say, like, the current style of play in basketball is just not a fit for you. It doesn't suit you, and you don't like it. That's how I am about MMA, because I think it's a sign of the times where people have lost the appreciation for the art of boxing, and they just don't have the patience for 12 rounds of maybe not even seeing a knockout. I think MMA is so suited for, like, contemporary times where, you know, it's 3 to 5 rounds. The pace is going to be really fast the entire time. There's not really many ebbs and flows, like, consistently. And even the big picture of MMA, champions don't stay champions for very long, and so careers are shorter. It's just a microwave kind of style that fits current society, because people's attention spans aren't that long. So I think by that default, MMA has taken it over. But I'm a boxing purist, and I know there are still boxing purists who appreciate, like, the art of boxing and the beauty of it and the ebbs and flows within a fight and within a career. So if you're asking my opinion, no, MMA will never do that because it's just not enough. It's not enough beauty in it for me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jay. I think that I'm not a boxing purist, but I do enjoy a good boxing match. The thing there is MMA, like you said, is microwave. The rounds are shorter. There are fewer rounds, and it's a lot quicker. Boxing is more like I'll say MMA is checkers and boxing is chess. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like in this microwave society that we're in, that they're flocking more to MMA because of people's attention spans. like, I'm not going to sit and watch what they perceive to be a boring 12-round match and see the beauty in it. They would rather watch, 4 or 5 rounds in an MMA match?
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, these two people kick and punch each other to death or break their arm or whatever else for seconds, and then another fight happens. And it's just MMA has come up with something that works. Yeah. It's just come up with something that works, period.
Yeah, and then and I agree. Like, in that sense, to me, MMA is like Connect 4 and boxing is like chess. Because it is just so like straight to the point. Which is why like I said, like as bad as that first Floyd and Pacquiao fight was overall, I enjoyed the beauty of watching Floyd pick him apart the entire time. And because what kind of got to me from the first fight was people were saying, Floyd ran the entire fight. So, which in itself kind of explains how people think, is that people think boxing is just sitting there and two dudes just punching each other. And they don't understand the part of boxing is not getting hit as well, which is lost on a lot of people, especially when it comes to Floyd, because they say, all he do is run and duck and dodge. Like, yeah, it's boxing. Like, but nobody feels like you want these two dudes to just sit there and slug it out and have no kind of artistry to it. But yet when they 50 and can't talk, you talk shit about them and don't nobody feel sorry for them. So I don't even listen to those conversations, as opposed to, MMA, it's a lot more straight to the point, blood and damage. It's a lot more it's a lot easier for people to comprehend, versus, like you said, like a boxing match where people perceive that it's boring because it ain't just two dudes slugging it out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
So, but to that I do say, no Floyd Pacquiao 2. I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it either. They can keep that.
Yeah. So, but on to trivia. Pooh, you ready to host? You gonna blow us away with some trivia tonight?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Don't have no shitty list. Shout out to Al.
Nah.
What you got for us?
Yeah, this is I got childhood playgrounds, man. You guys just name different things that you played with on the playground, and I'm bugging. But
I was about to say, what you mean, like
I was about to say, what? Like the merry-go-round?
Yeah, it's like you talking about Laquita?
No, here we go. We got one category is famous African American women. Other category is African American leading women in movies. So they're leading women in roles. Okay. All right.
With it.
All right. My other joint is African American women who went double platinum.
Man, here we go.
All right.
Wow. What you mean? What you mean by that? What you mean by that?
What I mean by what?
I'm talking to money.
Oh, true.
No, what's
money said? Here we go.
What's your fourth category? African American women that chew bubble gum. Like, what is I got? Like, what?
Nah, I didn't choose 4 categories because there's only 3 of y'all.
Oh, okay, true that.
And I know. Well, I didn't know.
What didn't you know?
No, I was just saying yesterday. I didn't know. Oh no. Hey, y'all crazy, man.
Man, I done drank too much Hennessy for this shit. What the fuck did you know?
Man, y'all crazy, man. I can't mess with y'all, man. Oh.
Boy, listen, Pooh. Oh my God.
I'm bad. Yo, my ear joint fell out. Y'all ready?
Are you ready? It's the question.
I'm good, man. Let me get the points. Who let me see who won last week? Money? Al won. Who won?
Jay, why you sound like you in the bathroom?
Let me see.
You sound like you someplace else, like you ain't on by your microphone or whatever.
I don't know. Let me move.
Yeah, you sound far away.
Nah, you do, yo.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with who hosted last week?
I did.
You, Jay. So I'm gonna go with Money, because Money finished ahead of me. Jay host, and then it's got to be Yosh, and you last, Jay, because you hosted. All right. So that's where we are. Let me say the categories again. Okay, again, famous African American women. That's the first category. Then you got African American women in leading roles.
So are any of those famous?
They're pretty famous.
That's why I was laughing.
African Americans in lady roles, what?
No,
and then the third category is
leading roles, like
famous African American women.
They won an Oscar or was nominated for an Oscar.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the third category?
And the third category is African American women who went double platinum in their music debut.
And are also famous.
So they're also famous.
They're pretty famous.
That's why
they're pretty famous.
Okay.
True that, Thomas.
Yeah. No doubt. All right, Money, what you going with?
Shit, let me go. Famous African American women, like in music.
In music, all right. For the what?
Man, 5 categories.
For the 10, 20, 30. My bad. For the 10, 20, 30.
Oh, let me go 10.
10. Okay. Released in April 2002. My self-entitled debut album was certified double platinum by May. I represent the ink. Who am I?
Ink, like Murder Ink?
I mean, I don't know. That's all I can give you.
Man, Ashanti.
That is correct. All right.
So my turn?
No, sir. Don't make it take it. We ain't in the backyard. All right. Yo.
Okay, what are the what do they call? Damn.
Categories?
Yeah, what are the categories? I'm sorry, I've been drinking a little bit. What are the categories again?
All of them.
Man, I'm celebrating over here, man. Don't.
Nah, you good. All famous African American women. Yeah. That's all the categories.
You can't go wrong. Famous African American women.
Oh, it's just one category?
No.
Basically.
What the fuck?
Nah, yo, one of them is famous African American women, which could be anyone, and then you got African American women who went double platinum in the debut album, and then you got
okay, hold on. Money. What did you just pick? Music. Whatever money just picked. The next question up.
All right. Release April 6th. My debut album, Invasion of Privacy, went double platinum, and every track on my album went certified gold or higher.
Jesus.
Know that one.
And what about that famous countdown though?
True.
What? That's it? Like that's ain't no on the ink. Like I don't get none of that. Janet Jackson.
That is incorrect.
Okay, my bad. Who was it?
Cardi B.
Cardi fucking B. What are we, 12?
Cardi B.
I don't listen to that shit. But all right.
Nah, it ain't about you listening to it. It's about what
what she did and what I'm supposed to know. You right. Yeah. You right, Pooh.
Yeah.
When is it my turn for trivia? When my turn come up, I got your ass. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, this was your turn. This was your turn.
This is my turn. Oh, it's still the season, so wait till the season up. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Don't you even worry. Straight verses.
Let me get leading ladies. 30.
Chill out. Hey, chill out, yo. Do what, Jay? What you want?
Let me get leading ladies for 30.
Leading ladies.
My joint gonna be Bible, Bible New Testament, Bible Old Testament, and more Bible.
Okay.
Mine's gonna be the Quran.
Okay, for 30. In 2011, I portrayed Abilene Clark in The Help.
Shit, I never saw that shit. You saw that shit, Jay? What I count down that, Pooh?
By the way, she didn't win the Oscar. 10, 9, 8.
Shit, what is her name?
7, 6, 5.
Her name is escaping me.
4,
Whoa.
3,
Allah.
2, and 1.
Nah,
give me something,
man.
Jay.
I can't even think of her name. Shit, Cicely Tyson. I can't remember her name. The dark-skinned lady.
The dark-skinned lady from Charleston, Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis, man. All I could think of was How to Get Away with Murder. Yeah.
Yeah. How to Get Away with Murder. All right, back on you, money.
Man, let me get double platinum.
The double plat. All right. And then write this one down. I took a picture of this one. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Released in 2006. I sold. Everybody good?
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay. All right. Released in 2006. I sold over 3.4 million albums. My hit single was with my future husband. Who am I?
Alicia Keys.
That is incorrect.
What?
No one knows who that is? Alicia. Hold on, I gotta go back to it. All right.
Beyonce.
You sure?
It's Beyonce.
Oh, yeah.
It's Beyonce. Wow, I can't believe I missed that one. Do you know the album, Jay?
No, I don't know all that. Bonnie and Clyde.
Honeybees or some shit.
Huh?
Nah, man, Dangerously in Love.
Oh,
This is the B.
Man,
All
y'all
power to the people. Power bees up.
Okay, double platinum closed out. On you, Yosh.
Anything for 10, sir.
Anything for 10. I got you. All right. This is African American leading women, in movie roles. Okay. In 1985, I portrayed Celie Johnson in The Color Purple. Who am I?
Oh man, true that.
Ain't that Whoopi Goldberg?
That's Whoopi Goldberg.
Hey, I got 10 points. Woo!
You're on the board, brother.
Hey!
All right, Jay.
Yours got 10. Money got what? 20?
No, Money only has 10. It's 10-10 tie.
Hold on. Pooh, hold on. How many points I got, Pooh?
It's 10 tie.
Hey, I got 10 points. I got 10 points.
All right, let me go with generally famous black women for 30.
All right. Hey, the 30. No doubt. No doubt. Okay.
Jay taking all the high volume questions off the board.
That's how they do. That's how him and Al do. That's how him and Al do.
That.
Because if I hit, y'all done.
All right. This right here going to be huge, though. This one right here is actually, you can triple this one up, Jay. So this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Hey, sorry about that. In 2001, I became the first African-American actress to win Best Actress.
Oh, you got shitting me.
This was the first time two African-American performers won in leading role in Oscars. This is the same year Denzel won for Training Day.
Man.
Who am I?
Kiss
what movie?
Ass.
Who am I?
Man.
Who am I? What's the movie? And what's the character's name, Jay?
Man.
Who am I is one. You got to get who am I to get to the next.
Halle Berry.
Okay.
Man.
For Monsters Ball.
Okay.
And I watched that movie so many times. What was her name?
Dude, I never even seen it.
White Man Whore.
Make me feel good.
I'm glad you said that, money. Letitia Musgrove.
There it is.
Yeah,
just make me feel good.
I'm glad you said that, money.
I give you Musgrove, but it's Musgrave. So it's
Musgrave. Okay.
Yeah, it's close. So it's good.
So why are we still playing?
Kid obliterated y'all on that, but that was anyone's question.
That's why you take the hot dog question.
That's the 30 point though.
But Pooh, that was an easy ass damn question.
Yeah, that was a layup for and it went the triple 30.
Y'all should have picked it.
Denzel had to be crooked before he took it. I mean, that was easy as shit.
Well, actually,
there wasn't not one person who didn't know all three parts of that question.
I didn't know any of it.
Because actually, it's not as easy as you think. Because Halle Berry wasn't the first black woman to win an Oscar. She was the first leading lady to win an Oscar.
Leading lady, because Milton, what is her name?
Hattie McDaniel was the first.
Hattie McDaniel.
Hey, listen, okay, I feel you. But when the question was posed, Halle Berry and Monsters Ball and all that came straight to everybody's head.
Nah, I didn't know it.
But you said 2001.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you had your chance to pick that question.
You had your chance to pick it.
Oh, I ain't mad. I'm just saying I'm done. That's all.
Hey, Jay, you're on my list. Jay, you're on my list too.
Hey,
you're on my list too.
Hey, guess what I just did though? Guess what I just did? I just windmill dunked and threw some shit off the backboard and dunked that shit on your neck. I did all that shit.
Well,
that kid got 100 points on one question.
That kid got 90. Well, I guess we can go ahead and defy life and do our chance and rank the grades. Say they don't.
Yeah, go ahead and defy life, man.
Hey.
Oh man, well, Pooh, you hosted, man. What you got for me for your parting shot, sir?
Man, I just want to give a mad love, mad shout out to one of my best friends, man, guy. I really am proud of, man. He came a long way. Special person, Yusuf English, man. I'm proud of you. Keep winning, brother. Bring us the state championship home, man.
I appreciate that. Although you said I was only going to win by 7, but it's not.
No, I only said that because they said it was close games, and I was like, boy, that third time is going to be real close. That's all. That's why I said that. That's all I said.
It's cool, man. It's always close games. Los them won on a buzzer beater, so.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they was an upset. They were one of the upsets. So
yeah, that's what's up. He told me they might get handled out there. That's what's up.
Yeah. Oh no. Next round they might get handled. But
yeah.
Go ahead, Jay. And give me all that.
Nah. All right. Well, yeah. But yeah, I'm down with that. Though. Salute to you, Yost. We're proud of you, man. But you don't get to that third round, we giving you the business, dog. So yeah, Money, what you got for me?
Man, it's been a long week, man. I'll say this, man. If you love somebody, man, don't be afraid to tell them. Family, friends, loved ones, man. Appreciate all your support to the fans and listeners and everybody out there supporting the Defy Life movement, man. I don't have much to say. Just if you're not messing with Defy Life, man, what is your life about?
No doubt, absolutely. Yosh, what you got for me?
I appreciate you guys and the love, and everything else. And usually when I'm on the podcast, I'm having a good time and laughing and joking and everything else. And I usually have to give a disclaimer, but last Thursday, a kid that I took into my home years ago was shot and killed in Colombia. And with what Gerald just said, and really near and dear to my heart, the kid pretty much called me dad. And I wouldn't call him a kid because he was 23. And his mom was downstairs in the car with his baby, with his daughter and his girlfriend. He just ran upstairs. He said he had to make a stop before he get dropped off to work. And 5 minutes later, they heard gunshots and he was killed. And I just want to say, through that experience, a lot of the kids that I had dealt with who were like family all together, like they started just posting stuff about the times that we had as an AAU team and all of that stuff together. And I just want to say, don't wait till somebody's gone to really show to other people how much you appreciate them, and how much you love them and everything else. Because in the blink of an eye, I mean, I've experienced a lot of loss over the last maybe 3 years, and this one has got to be one of the toughest to have taken, because I had loved that kid to death like he was my own son, and it's just been rough. So cherish life, man. All day on my social media, I've been saying this one's for you, Eric, because like this run I'm on right now is for him. It hurt me to death, but out of that, you have to see the glass is half full. And what I've learned over this past 3 years is you just gotta appreciate people while they're here, because everything happens so quick and you never know when that last day is. So I love you guys to death, and I wouldn't rather be doing this with anybody else. And if I've never said it, there it is. And that's my spill.
Absolutely, man. Definitely feel you, man. Our hearts go out to you and Eric's family. Yeah, it was tough to hear when I saw that, man. So stay strong, man. And again, from the Defy Life family to Eric's family, our condolences, and everybody stay strong.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
No doubt. Yeah, man. Really quickly, I just want to give a shout out, little few Black History moments here within my own family. To us, here at Defy Life, Black History is 12 months a year. But, they give us this month to designate special recognition. Shout out to a few people in my family. First of all, my sister, Tanya Glymph Walker, who is walking Black History. She was the first female athletic director at Winston-Salem State University, was named the Athletic Director of the Year in 2015-16 in the CIAA. While she was there, her teams won, I think, 15 CIAA championships under her watch. Countless hours of community service from her athletes. The graduation rates far exceeded the previous regime. So shout out to you, Tanya, for my big sister. For representing. Also to my cousin Darren Glymph, who is Alvin's big brother, who is the first and only African American partner in his in one of the largest law firms in the District of Columbia. So shout out to you, Darren, and shout out to our very own Alvin Glymph, who is an award-winning grant writer, who is also a published author. So just want to shout out a few folks in my family for creating their own Black history, because we ain't got to look far to see it. It's history all around us. So even as Pooh mentioned earlier, even to you, Yosh, we got a lot of Black history right here in Defy Life. So for what all of us do and what you guys do in your communities with your families, shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody creating Black history every day.
No doubt. That's what's up.
True that.
No doubt. Feel that.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got in honor of Alvin and Rodney McDaniel, and Keon Small, everybody that's present or past in Defy Life as hosts and co-hosts on the Defy Life show. Shout out to y'all, man. We'll talk to y'all again next week. Actually, it'll be 5 days. We a day late, never a dollar short. Until then, Defy Life.
Defy Life.
Defy Life.
Defy Life.
This is Coach English of the Staley and English Show with Coach Kurtz. Me, along with my brothers, Coach Staley and Coach Kurtz, talk everything related to high school, college, and professional sports. It's the first show by coaches, for coaches, parents, and players. New episodes drop each Monday on GoDefyLife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available.
Hey, welcome to the Coach Staley, Coach English Show. Ghoulish gang. Coach put me in the game.